You've just mounted and installed a new T10 Plus thermostat for a homeowner who has a 2-heat, 1-cool heat pump with electric auxiliary heat. And it's time to configure the thermostat's backup heat differential, but you're not sure how to explain this to the homeowner. Hi, I'm Isaac with Resideo. Today I'll explain what droop is and how to address it by properly setting the backup heat differential on the thermostat. In this video, I'll demo backup heat differential configuration using a T10 Plus thermostat. While careful wiring is essential for your thermostat, ensuring proper operation also requires commissioning the device correctly to match your specific equipment. Only configure the system for your heat pump if one is installed. Doing so may cause your HVAC system to run improperly. Let's start by defining droop. Droop refers to a drop in indoor temperature below the thermostat set point before the heating system responds. Think of it like waiting too long to put on a jacket in cold weather. Imagine you're outside on a chilly day. At first, you feel fine in just a sweater, so you don't bother putting on your coat. But as the temperature keeps dropping, you start shivering before finally deciding that you really need that jacket. That's what happens with droop. The conditions in the home change faster than the system can offset using only the heat pump. A properly set backup heat differential is like knowing exactly when to put on your jacket, keeping you warm and comfortable without waiting until you're freezing. So let's configure the thermostat's backup heat differential. This setting determines how far the indoor temperature must drop before the auxiliary heat turns on. Basically, it helps balance comfort versus energy efficiency by deciding when to engage the electric or gas auxiliary heat. A greater differential means the home will lose more temperature and become less comfortable before engaging the auxiliary heat to satisfy the set point. A smaller differential keeps temperature swings minimal. On the T10 Plus, when the backup heat differential is set to comfort, the thermostat uses backup heat as needed to keep the indoor temperature within 1 degree Fahrenheit or 0.5 degrees Celsius of the set point. Under normal, uninterrupted operation, when the backup heat differential is set to 2 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, backup heat is not used unless the indoor temperature drops to the droop setting. However, if the backup heat differential is set to 2 degrees Fahrenheit or higher and the temperature set point is manually adjusted, the backup heat may not activate if the heat pump is making expected progress towards the new set point. If the homeowner wants to activate backup heat immediately, bypassing the heat pump and avoiding the heat droop for a specific heating cycle, they should switch the system to emergency heat. Once the home reaches a comfortable temperature and the heating call is satisfied, they can switch the setting back to heat for normal operation. There are 2 more settings to configure to complete the backup heat setup: backup heat upstage timer and backup heat hold-off timer. The backup heat upstage timer starts when the highest stage of the current heating equipment type begins. The backup heat is used only if needed when the timer expires. For example, if you have a single-stage heat pump, the timer for the backup heat starts right away when the heat pump starts operating. If you have a 2-stage heat pump, the backup heat upstage timer only starts after the second stage of the heat pump begins. The options are off, which means no timer, or 30 minutes to 16 hours. The backup heat hold-off timer is available only when the temperature set point is changed. This is an ISU setting. Select the amount of time to delay the backup heat following a homeowner's set point change. If the value is set to auto, the thermostat determines when to turn on the backup heat. The value may also be set anywhere from 15 to 120 minutes. Take note that this option is only available if the backup heat upstage timer is being used. Interested in seeing more HVAC tips? Drop a comment below and subscribe for more tech tips. For additional information, please visit Resideo Academy. Thanks for watching.